How much money have you made across your working life? It could be $50,000, it could be $1 million, but how much is actually left in your bank account today? Because if the answer is not a lot, then this video is for you, because I'm going to be revealing the 7 rules of money that, if you follow, have the potential to make you exceptionally wealthy. In fact, if you put these rules into practice, you'll be shocked at how quickly your earning potential is going to skyrocket, because each of these rules builds upon the one before it, and as you start following each rule, you unlock the next one to hit that next level of wealth. These are the different levels that all people operate at, and the richest people in the world have managed to implement all of these rules at one point or another. The first thing you need to understand is that making a lot of money is something that can be learned. There is no grand secret hidden by the Illuminati here. We can literally just look at what the wealthiest people on the planet are doing and replicate those same strategies, albeit, maybe on a smaller scale, but the average person going through life thinks that only special people can make a lot of money. But the fact is, your beliefs directly impact your actions, right? So you can only do what you believe that you can do. And if you don't think that you're capable of learning how to make a lot of money, then you're not going to do the things that would make you a lot of money. This is really a vicious cycle. It can be very depressing, but it can be broken only by finding examples of people in a similar situation to you who have made money and making yourself believe. But there is a problem, because once you believe it can be done, you tend to believe that only bad people can do it. Most people have the mindset that money is some kind of evil thing that rich people get by doing evil things. Sure, maybe in a small number of cases, but the majority of people who make a lot of money do so by bringing value to the world. So saying, I would get rich, but I don't care about money, or I'm not evil, is just an excuse by poor people to stay lazy, okay? The fact is, money is simply a tool. You use money to get goods and services. That could be a new Rolex or giving to charity. It's up to you what you do with it. But feeling like money is evil is simply an excuse to stay in your current comfortable situation. You have the knowledge that it can be learned, but your negative view of it stops you from taking action in the first place. So once you get over that and see making a lot of money as a positive because of what you can do with it for yourself and others, you're ready to move to rule number 3. Remember that while you may not be able to control how much money you earn right now, you have direct control over how much money you earn in the future. Think about it. Even if you only earn a small income and spend all of the income right now, you still control your earning potential in the future. First of all, look at your spending. Figure out where you could cut down on that spending. We all think it's not possible, but have you really done a deep dive into your spending habits? So everyone starts from somewhere. We have the ability to spend less, save more, invest more into ourselves, and put our money to work for us, so that in the future, our future selves can generate more money. And the fact is, the potential is there. It's in your control. You just need to put in the effort, start taking action now to enjoy the rewards in the future. So knowing it's possible to make a lot of money, knowing that it's a good thing to make a lot of money, and knowing that it's largely in your control how much money you generate, gets you ready to take action. The next rule is all about budgeting, but not in the way you think, because having a budget is all well and good, but your mindset around that budget will make or break your success at sticking to it. So Buddhist monks renounce all worldly possessions, okay? They can own robes and a bowl, okay? And they're happy. And I'm not saying that you need to become a monk, but this is a video about making money. And if you're serious about getting money, if you're serious about your goal, you're going to make some serious decisions here, because having a little minimalism in your life will only help you in the long run. So for example, have you heard of the hedonic treadmill? It's basically the tendency for humans to quickly return to a stable level of happiness even after major positive or negative events or changes in our life. So when you're creating your budget, I really want you to analyze what you want versus what you need. Do you really need the fancy brand name coffee? Do you really need to drink alcohol to have a good time out with your friends? You need to create the most minimal budget possible to free up your money to actually work for you and create passive income down the line. So you sit down and analyze all of your expenses and come up with a budget that works for you. Once you've created a sustainable budget that minimizes your spending to your true bare essentials, you're going to have some additional income to invest into places that will make you the money you want to live the lifestyle you truly want in the long term. But the next place to look to making money fast is maximizing your labor. Not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur and build a business like we talk about a lot on this channel. And even those that do need to start by trading their time for money so as to generate the money required to invest in building their business. So now we need to take a look at your job. First of all, if you don't have a job but you have the time, we need to change that. When I was at university, for example, I thought it was impossible to work a part-time job while going through my studies. So for 3 years, I went along without any job, and that's 3 years I could have actually been making money, because when I finally did end up getting a job, it was in a call center, I realized I actually did have a couple of hours, a few days a week to make a bit of extra income, and that made all the difference when it came to starting to build my business. If I had just got started 3 years earlier, imagine how much faster I would have achieved my goals. So if you don't have a job, get a job. If you don't have time for a job, try and make some time. Because I was, for those 3 years doing my bachelor's degree. That's much easier than your master's degree, which I was doing when I actually had a job. So if you have a job though, you need to figure out if you can work more hours. If not, then you should absolutely be in the job market at all times looking for other opportunities that might give you more money or better circumstances. Because if you're watching this video, you're clearly not currently satisfied with how much money you're making probably. And if you like your job, that's fine, but you should ask for a raise. Go to your boss and ask if they have a minute to talk, and simply say, look, I love my job. I love being part of this company and I want to give more to it. I'd like more responsibility and I'd like a raise, and see what they say. If their response is very negative, then sure, keep the job, but enter the job market and find a better job to maximize the labor that you're putting in. So once you've gotten to the point where you've got a budget to keep your spending in control and have maximized your ability to generate income via manual labor with the time that you have, you need to expand your earning potential, because sure, you can save a bit of money over time with those two things, but your progress to wealth is going to be slow. So the next thing that you need to do is invest in yourself. The knowledge and skills that you possess directly relate to how much money you have, and the skill with the highest possible earning potential is being a high performing entrepreneur. So how do you go from an everyday normal person to someone who can organize resources in a way that generates economic value, aka makes a lot of money? Well, it all starts with those first 5 rules I covered, but once you've got the right mindset about money and a strong reason why you want to make a lot of it, you need to determine what kind of business you want to build. So you dedicate a chunk of time each day to, figuring out what business model will be best for you. Come home from work and start by doing some research online, just like I did back in the day, building your knowledge about different businesses, reading books, and researching what type of business is best for you. Creating that plan next for how you're going to make money and, escape from the rat race of trading your time for money is a crucial step. Next, you're going to want to actually invest in yourself and expand your own skill sets. This simply means studying, okay? When starting out, studying what you're going to do, planning out what you're going to do, really putting a lot of thought into it, and then actually taking action is the most important part. Committing to making money, going this road, isn't for everyone. But unless you're on a career path that you're happy with, that's going to make you a lot of money, and you care about, making a lot of money, then you need to start figuring that out. So commit to building a business, put in the work, and make it happen. Once you've gotten to a point where you've maximized how much money you make over a given period of time, you need to figure out how to take that money you're making and put it to work. So money doesn't just like sitting there, okay? It likes to work, and if you leave it sitting there, inflation's going to eat it away. So once you have that dream business you built that's, making you even more than you could imagine, it's time to take that money and put it to work with investments. And this can include things like stocks, bonds, commodities such as gold, crypto, and real estate. And if you leave your money sitting in the bank earning a low interest rate, you're probably going to be losing it over time, like I said, due to inflation eating it. But when you reinvest your earnings into a diversified portfolio, you can potentially generate much higher returns over the long term. And once you get this going, you can really create complete passive income through dividends and compound interest, which is exponential. Compound interest means earning interest on your original investment as well as on the interest you earn, resulting in exponential growth of your investment over time. So let's say you invest $1,000 in a savings account that earns 5% interest per year, compounded annually. After the first year, you would earn $50 in interest, 5% of $1,000, for a total of $1,050. Then in the second year, you'd earn 5% interest on $1,050, which equals 52.5, bringing your total to $1,102.5. So over time, your investment will continue to grow exponentially as you earn interest on both your principal and the accumulated compounded interest. So if you realize that making a lot of money can be learned, it's a good thing, and it's in your control, you can then move forward to creating a budget that allows you to spend less than you make, expand your ability to command a higher pay for your labor, and then actually escape that trading time for money with labor to create a business with the end goal of taking that money to invest in things that will generate you passive income long term. These are the rules that you really need to follow if you want to make a lot of money in your lifetime. Now, if you want to go deeper into how I personally make money online, check out the free training in the description below this video. And if you have any questions, comment them below. Make sure you're subscribed. I reply to all of my subscribers on this channel. And don't forget to like and share this video if you want. If you want to see more content like this, check out the next video you see on screen here, and I'll see you over in that next video.